him and Messi that want to drift in there and create chances. And like you're talking about, is it the next step for him being in there? I think for him, longevity in his career, 100%. I think he probably looks at Messi and Ronaldo and thinks, if I go in there, score loads of goals, which he's done, playing out wide, and then doing that in the middle of the park, like he can play for another 5-6 years.
They're on the way out in Dallas. Tell you what, Scott, looking at those two teams, they look like two teams who are going to play out a 3-3 thriller to me.
Fingers crossed.
Let's join our commentary team, Matt Upson and Robin Cam.
Thank you, chappers. Yes, it sounds like pundits are predicting we might be in it for the long haul, but let's hope it's an entertaining one. Egypt and Mo Salah. Heartbreak for Australia, who still have yet to win a knockout game at a World Cup. Huge emotions for both nations. It is Egypt who get themselves over the line. 1-1 after extra time. And it is Egypt who go through on penalties.
It's a big achievement for Egypt, first ever world knockout win for them, and they are into the last 16 and they'll take on Argentina or Cape Verde. Next, they're meeting later in Miami, and then we've got the final last 32 later, which is Colombia against Ghana. That's huge for Egypt.
That's massive. I think it must be crazy right now in Cairo, and it's a great achievement to go to the last 16 now. It hasn't been exciting football, but at this level of the tournament, only the result counts.
I mean, look, on the balance of the game, you could have made a case for either, and couldn't you? But Egypt probably had the better chances later on.
Yeah, probably later on. And, like, it's one of them. It comes to penalties. It's anybody's, and it's hard because Australia's put two centre halves on. I want to see, like we were talking about that as a panel. You want to see your strikers go and lead there and go and hit the back of the net and feel confident. You've got Toure there that's been on fire for Norwich this season, scored 9 goals. Go and hit the back of the net instead of putting an 18-year-old.
As a defender, do you find it odd that two centre-halves, one of whom is 18, came up to take penalties here, when, as Scott says, they have the attackers available to them? Do you find that odd?
Depends. You know, there are some good defenders that they kick very well the penalties, and in that situation, the confidence, he might feel confident to shoot the penalty. I agree with you, Scott, that strikers and attackers, they have more the habitude of scoring goals. That's natural. But in a penalty shootout, I don't see why strikers or defenders, depending on the game, on the confidence, how tired you are, some attackers, they just don't want to take the penalties neither. So we don't know the reason behind.
I'm not sure. I disagree a little bit with Cesar on this one. I just think that it's the World Cup. It's a crucial moment. I just think that the experienced players should step down and should say, I'm taking the penalty, and not let an 18-year-old kid walk there. Even if he feels confident, I just think that there is forward players who score goals all season, who knows how to face a goalie, and with so much pressure. But at the end of the day,
I didn't say young or experienced. I said defenders or attackers.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The experienced players could take more responsibility. Yes, I agree. But for me, the position on the pitch doesn't change when you go to take a penalty in a shootout. Yes, the experience, but sometimes the youngsters, they are brave, they are confident, and they want to take.
Sometimes, and hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? I mean, it's fair to say that the decision to switch the goalkeepers round and take Beach off and bring Ryan on didn't work for them. And as I say, there's a hint of hindsight in asking this question. But Beach is less experienced, so there would be less stuff that they could have watched on him on the bench. He'd had a good game. He's a big goalkeeper. You'd have given him the chance, wouldn't you?
100%. Matt Ryan's not touched the ball except to pick it out the net 4 times, sorry. And he's threw it back, and that is that. Look, I know he's experienced, and I know you probably go and you lean on that a little bit, but he's literally done nothing in the game. And I feel for Patrick, speech because it's an opportunity for him to go and properly make his name, because if he goes and saves 1 or 2 penalties, boom, there he goes.
Just before we go, we can hear from Mo Salah, who scored one of those Egyptian penalties. Here he is.
Mo, congratulations on a great win. You have made history today. Describe your feelings. I can see you tearing up.
Yeah, it's a history. I told the boys before the game, guys, this is the biggest stage you could play in your life, so just enjoy it. Don't let the pressure get into you and not enjoy the moment. I'm glad that we managed to win the game. Bad luck for them. They lost a penalty, but yeah, I'm happy that we wrote the history today.
You decided to take a Panenka shot. How cold was that? Like, what were you thinking with the nerves?
I don't know. If somebody will do it in the game, it would be me. More experienced than others, and just like I want to give them confidence. But you know, I decided last minute. Probably, I don't know if that's my last World Cup or no, but I had to do it. So yeah.
Most probably it will be for the first time ever Salah versus Messi. What do you think of that?
The Argentina will play next game in a bit, so we have to respect the team and we'll see what's next.